Hello everyone, Jolene here from Lifestyle. So I have not done a yes or no pick a card reading this week. I have had a bit of a hectic weekend. So now that I have a bit of a moment, I am doing one. So I do apologize that it's late. But yes, okay, so yesterday I actually had a beautiful morning. Took my son down to quite an exclusive beach and we've just went for a nice walk. It was a bit of a cloudy day, but it was a beautiful morning to take a walk and we found the most beautiful seashells. Okay, so today's pick a card reading, I am going to give you, look at these beautiful, totally untouched shells. Okay, so today's pick a card reading, I'm going to put four seashells in front of you. So none of them are like really dark or bright colors. They're just different sizes or slightly different variations. What I will do is I'll pick a little trinket for each pile, just to perhaps help you further. But this is also, I like when I don't always have these bright and different colors, because sometimes you are drawn to a pile, unless it works for you. You know, if the readings are always resonating with you, then carry on. But if your readings are all over the place and you never know what's going on, most of the time it's because you're not picking from your heart. You're picking from your eyes, or you're not asking spirit guides for the correct answers. Okay, so I'm going to get into the piles. I want you to really think about your question right now before I get into the piles. Pause the video now. Think about your question. Ground yourself. And what I mean by that is, go stand outside or on a patio if you can't be outside. If it's, it's raining, you can't go stand outside, open up a window, get some fresh air. Think about the question that you're desperately needing a yes or no answer to. Ask God to please give you the power that will give you the correct answer, and be willing and accepting of whatever that answer is. Okay, don't have an attachment to the outcome. Remember, rejection is God's protection. When you are not given that job, God has another reason. When you are fired from a job, God has a reason. When you are rejected from a relationship, God has a reason. Okay, when friends reject you from their group, or you feel rejected in any way, even by family members, God has a reason. He's redirecting you in another direction. You trying to push against the flow, which is why things aren't working out. When you go with the flow of life, things work out. So when you're with the right people, in the right job, things open up. When you're in the right space, things manifest. When you're in the wrong space, things go wrong. Okay, so I just thought I would remind you of that before we really get into this reading. Okay, so let's get into the reading. Right, so here's your selection of stones. As I said, they're not extremely bright, but you will find one of those stones will resonate and give you the answers that you are needing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just shuffling here. Hopefully this is not too bad. For pile number one. Pile number one, you have got a guitar, if you like that stone, or that, seashell. Pile number two, you have got a star. So if you like the star, then that will be your pile. Pile number three, you have got a seashell with the seashells. That's interesting. And pile number four, dolphin. That's interesting. Okay, so there we have our four piles, four seashells, and four little trinkets. Each one of those trinkets I will give you a little bit of a answer to as well. So pause the video right now. If you haven't gone outside, if you're skipping that area, go outside or open up the window, take a deep breath, ask God for please to give you the most honest answer. What do you, not what he thinks or his opinion, just the truth. And you want a yes or no to it, okay? Pick a seashell, pick a trinket, pick a pile, pick a number. They're down in the description box. And I'll get into your message now. So pile number one, welcome to your reading. So this is the seashell that you chose, okay, and the trinket. So with the guitar, The answer to your question is going to be in music. So you might be hearing, so for some of you, I don't know, perhaps you've been considering playing a musical instrument. For others, this is saying that maybe God is sending you signs in music. So try to take note of any, so if you're driving, for example, and a song happens to come on, ask God for a sign, on your way to work or on your way home or whatever, and take note of the songs that come in, of any songs with certain names in it, or any places, or just any songs that you can, something where all of a sudden you find yourself being very, sometimes we get lost into the woo woo when we're driving, we get completely lost. But if you ask God for a sign, you will actually find something will come to you through a song, or words will come through to you which will help you. Okay, so the answer to your question is you will find in music. So pile number 1 has a question. Whatever their question is, Spirit guides. Now I use Cartomancy as a version of how to get this. It's slightly different to tarot. This is how I get Cartomancy. In Cartomancy, red is yes, black is no. So this is what we're using to get your answers. I get 5 cards and the best of 5. Right. All red is yes, all black is no, and obviously in between is that. So, part number 1, what is their question? Think now. The answer is yes or no to part number 1's question. Okay, we've got 2 cards coming out. Okay, let me get 3 more cards. Okay, so pile number 1, so whatever your question is, okay, so again, some people are quite specific about their questions. What I'm getting here is there's a situation that you are inquiring about. This situation is perhaps something that you're not too sure if you should or shouldn't. There may be a need for you to balance, or for you to make a choice. There could also be a situation where you've got people who, because the 2 of coins is really someone who's trying to find a bit of balance in their life, that they're juggling too many things. Maybe perhaps it's too much work and not enough play, or too much play and not enough work. Maybe you're juggling 2 different people. Maybe someone else is juggling 2 different people. There just seems to be this sense of trying to find an equal amount of balance. It also is about balancing your income, balancing your emotions as well. Okay, there is some kind of good news that's coming for you. But the bad news is that this answer is a no. And the reason being is I kind of feel like you're not willing to take a leap of faith. So you may be too invested in your money, and not enough investment into your passion is what I'm kind of getting. There is something that's very trustworthy and honest around you. This could be a new project or a process of something that's coming in, but I kind of feel like you have to take the first step. And if you don't take the first step, you're going to continuously balancing. Look at that. Okay, so that's exactly it. You are stuck in a situation that's in your mind, really, and that is a fear. So what you do is you just sit there, perhaps you indulge in things that you shouldn't do, because it's better than dealing with the truth. It's better than starting a new beginning, and this is just your fears. So because of your fears, you've got bad news. And yet Spirit guides are saying that you can actually trust. There's someone around you that's quite trustworthy. This is an honest friend or an honest person. But your fears is what is stopping you from taking a leap of faith into a new beginning. Yeah, that's you. You're way too defensive. Okay, you may be trying to defend yourself against one person, or maybe in a situation, one of the situations you have to constantly defend yourself against. Okay, and you feel stuck and trapped in a situation where you're always on the defensive. What Spirit guides are saying is rather stand your ground, stand up for yourself, and leave the circumstances where you are not being honored. You're not being, because what I am saying is you're dealing with someone, for some of you, I kind of feel like you are dealing with someone who is in and out. They don't invest in you properly. So this could be a job that promises you a lot but doesn't actually give you the deserving praise that you need. Or you're in a relationship where people are juggling you and other people, or you and other circumstances, and you are not a priority. Like, this person is just being still. There's no decisions made. And someone's very defensive, and I kind of feel like it puts you in a stuck situation. And spirit guides are saying that there's something else out there. We've got two jacks here, so this could be two different men that you may be looking at. It could be different people. One person's very trustworthy and very honest. So if you're looking at two options here, one situation can be trustworthy. So maybe come out of this pile, ask one for each one. Maybe you have already, maybe this option is the no, okay? So that's what I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you and goodbye. Hello, if you've chosen pile number 2 with this seashell and you've chosen the star. So we all wish upon a star. So star's a matter of maybe perhaps you need to tell the universe what your wishes are. Maybe you need to go outside and spend more time. You could be a star seed, a spiritual person, or going through some kind of spiritual hope. And this is, the star is positive in the sense of there's hope coming. There's hope in a situation. Do not give up hope, okay? So ask your question now. Do you want a yes or no to something? What do you want to know a yes or no to? What do you want to know yes or no to? Pile number 2. Pile number 2. Okay. So I use Cartmancy if you're new to my channel. And in Cartmancy, red is yes, black is no. So we've got 3 cards yet. I take out the best of 5 to give me a better understanding as to what you're going through. Okay, so I'm gonna, there's too many cards, so I'm gonna kind of put those on the side. I kind of find it's additional information to help you with your situation. So pile number 2, I kind of feel like you may be a little bit, how can I put it, holding onto something too tightly. And what God is saying is, if you hold onto something, I cannot help you. You cannot push a situation in any direction if you're holding onto it. So you need to be a little bit more free. Free with your heart, free with your mind, free with your money, okay? Just allow there to be balance, but at the same time, don't hold on, don't have fears around it, okay? Because fear is what holds you. So if you're holding onto a relationship too tightly, you're going to suffocate the person, and the person's just going to want to leave eventually. If you're holding onto money too tightly, you're suffocating your money and you're not allowing free flow, okay? So make sure that there's stability in your relationships, in your life, in your financial, that you are financially responsible, but when shit happens, let it go, okay? You can't control bad things happening. You just got to go, oh, well, somewhere along the line, my belief is someone needed that money and God will provide me. So therefore, if you believe that whatever's taken away will be replaced, you won't hold on to things so tightly. There's some kind of partnership or union or spending quality time with loved ones right now. There could be a person, a job, a situation that will come in that will be the right fit. So don't hold on to relationships that are the wrong fit, because there's a better situation out there. Warning, fate will step in to impact your finances. Okay, so this is saying to me that Spirit guides are saying, let go and know that fate will step in to help you, okay? Which is interesting with this card. Yeah, we'll get there. You've also got, so you may be in a situation where things aren't moving, okay? What God is doing for you right now is He's asking you to really zoom in and focus onto your deepest desires and wishes, and ask yourself, am I in alignment with my deepest desires and wishes, or am I choosing things that are against my deepest desires or wishes? The question I'm asking you right now is, are you a happy person? Are you happy within your life? Are you happy within your career? Are you happy within your relationships? Because if the answer is no, then God is saying, release what is not working and have faith that I will bring in and I will step in if you let it go for me, and I will remove anything and anyone that's not meant for you, but I will replace it with the perfect partner. with the perfect job, with the perfect solution, okay? So God's asking you to release it. Be happy, have fun, celebrate every day, be thankful for what you have, even if it's very small, but know that he will bring in something better, okay? What he's bringing in is partnership, it's teamwork, it's people that you will work well with. You will spend quality time with these people in jobs and relationships and friendships, but you will work, it will be a team of people that work really well together, okay? This could be exactly a friendship, a love situation, a job, but something where you will have fun if you let go of things that are not meant for you. So the Joker here is stating that, so we're bringing these in again, this is not going to give me any more of your answers. The answer's already there, but this is additional information God wants you to know. Again, the black joke is that the not taking a leap of faith, and God's going, release it. If it's not meant to be, you are pushing people or situations that are not meant to work, and they will fail in the end. So instead, when things don't go your way or things don't happen in the way that it's supposed to, please have faith that I am trying to redirect you or the circumstances into the area which is best for you or them, okay? It will bring a celebration in the end. Your answer is a yes, okay? But you have to release it and know that God is in charge and he is stepping in and he is bringing, you're going to hear news is what I'm getting. You're going to hear news. Okay, so this is interesting. You've got a few cards that have fallen out, and I'm just going to give them as a quick story because there are quite a lot. Okay, so there's a circumstance that's coming in that's quite passionate, okay? This circumstances will lead to stability. The King of Pentacles is the wealthiest, most stable man in the deck, okay? He owns his castle. Grapes normally talk about vineyards, which means his riches, his cloaks, salamanders. I can't remember what that... Either which way, this is the Taurus, the bull. He goes into things because he knows that he is financially stable. He knows what he wants and he goes after what he wants at full force, okay? But he always lands up where he wants to be. He is the king of his castle. He is the king of finances. He has got stability in everything within his life. You have to understand that right now, spirit guides are removing anything that's not in alignment with your future. And the future is to be this king of the castle, okay? You're meant to live a life that is loving, that is balanced and patient and kind. But right now, things seem out of whack. You may be feeling pretty sad, or you may be going through a lot of deep emotions right now, or feeling a little bit like, things are not working out, but there's a pathway opening up. God's saying this is not the time to give you all the answers. All you need to know, pile number 2, is that yes, God will bring the right love situation, the right job, the right financial situation, whatever it is, the right project to you that is meant for you. But you have to let go of anything that's not working out and have the faith and step forward and go after what you are wanting, the truest thing in your heart, okay? So it is a yes, but you also need to take some action, okay? You can't expect it to fall into your lap. There is action that maybe perhaps needs to be taken, and it might be further out in the future. It may not be right now, but maybe it's because action needs to be taken. Okay, that's what I have for you. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you, and goodbye. Good day, pile number 3, right? You got the seashell in the seashell. How interesting. So you actually got the biggest seashell here. So, seashells, I always think of news, having news coming in, hearing things, listening. Maybe you need to listen more to the answers. Okay, so yes or no? Think of your question. Oh, hang on, these are all a little bit... Okay, so I am going to take that one back. The cards are just a little bit... Okay, so there's news coming in, big news, because you've got the biggest seashell. Biggest news coming in. Okay. Get all the negative energies out of there, clear it all up. Sorry, I just felt like the cards were quite stiff. So maybe you're feeling quite stiff right now because you're anticipating something really big. Okay, yes or no for pile number 3? Oh, they're really making you wait, pile number 3. Okay, well, that's fine. Good. Okay. 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 One more card. Oh, gosh. Okay, so you also got a whole lot of cards here. Okay, so I'm going to put them all out there and then we're going to go. Okay, so pile number 3. Okay, so I'm kind of getting this as a maybe. I feel like this is a maybe. Okay, we have got an extra 2 cards, and so it's a very difficult one for me to decide, even though there are more black, so I'm kind of getting it's probably more of a no. And I kind of feel like there's something in your way. So let's just see, because I kind of feel like there's some kind of major change coming for you is what I am definitely getting here. There's something where you're going to either meet, so there is a cruel, malicious person around you, someone that's manipulating perhaps your energies, or someone that's manipulating the scenario around you. But I kind of feel like there's also something quite charismatic and positive. So I really don't know what this is. You may be traveling soon, and there's some kind of major move or new home, and your intuition is coming in. I'm really confused by this part, I have to be honest. As I said, there is more black, but there's also, it's kind of like there's what's coming in. Okay, all right. So pile number 3, you kind of have to have patience. So what I'm getting here is things are going to move in a better direction. So maybe perhaps your specific question is a no, or it's a not now, is what I'm getting. There's someone that's quite cruel and malicious, that's manipulating your energies in some way. And this is something you have to walk away from. You have to leave the situation behind. And this could be an energy, this could be fights, these could be people around you. There's something you still need to master, something you still need to learn. Maybe you need to learn to become more positive, or more charismatic, or more powerful, or more being able to stand within your power. But I kind of feel like there is some really good news on the way. Okay. But it may not be something, you could literally be moving. So it could be you wanting one thing and you've been redirected into a different circumstance. Because we've got the card here, you'll be traveling soon. And this is kind of like a bit of, she's a bit of a traveler, the 8 of Cups. So she's kind of taking her stuff and she's leaving behind what she knows in search of her wishes fulfillments. This is one of those, your intuition is what will help you. There are manipulative people and people who are malicious and cruel, who are trying to harm you or trying to do things or affect you in some way or form. And it's going to, I really don't know what this is, but I do really think that with patience, there's something more stable or more traditional coming in that's going to bring you a lot of happiness, and there is going to be celebration. But what you need to do right now is work on your confidence. This could be a new love coming in. So it's almost like someone is definitely standing in your way between what you're wanting. And that's why, as I said, it may not be now, or it may not be this question. There may be something, but you are going to have some big news coming in. With the seashell, I'm getting some really big news. And again, it may put you in a different direction. You may have thought that you wanted one thing, and then this news is going to make you turn your back on something that maybe perhaps you're wanting something. Like, just say, for example, this is a job. Spirit guides may be saying no, because actually what you don't realize is you could be walking into something that's quite cruel, malicious, and manipulative. Okay. And what they're going to do is they are pushing you in a different direction towards something or people who are more powerful, charismatic. And it's change. It's a major change coming for you. And you might hear news of that change. So it may be a no to the one, but something bigger is on its way. And it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. I mean, that's the good news. Or this is just not now, and it's something that's later on down the line. There may still be lessons or skills you still need to develop, or maybe it's about becoming more charismatic and more powerful and more positive. I'm not really too sure. You may be having a lot of being too much in your head, which may affect the answer. I'm not really too sure what it is, but I kind of feel like this is not a complete no and not a complete yes. It's kind of a maybe, but definitely within time. There's a relocation of something, and I don't know what that is. There's definitely, you'll be traveling soon, and maybe a relocation will come up, and it will be the answer that you're looking for. I'm not too sure. Anyway, that's what I have for you. Hopefully you get this big news and you'll understand what it is. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you, and goodbye. Hello, and welcome to those of you who have chosen pile number 4. So pile number 4, you have got the dolphin. And so dolphins, well, they represent sacred knowledge. And, dolphins are meant to, they work with vibration and sound. Dolphins have a lot of fun. Dolphins work in teams, but they're very loving and kind, and they have fun. So maybe, in order to get what you want, you're needing to have a little bit more fun. The shell's also one of the only shells that looks like, and I don't know if it's broken or if it just has a bit of a defect in it. So Spirit might be saying that maybe there's something in you that you may feel like is defected, or maybe you don't feel like you deserve good things in your life. Maybe you feel like you're a little bit broken right now. And Spirit guides are saying, you know what, you need to go and have more fun, or perhaps work with more angelic or spiritual stuff, which will help you see yourself as a whole person, and not to focus on the defects. Because if you look at the inside, actually out of all the shells, this one has the most beautiful colors to it. And even had a little bit of beach sand, but this has the most beautiful pearly colors. And so spiritual guys are saying, as they say, it's not what's on the outside that counts, it's on the inside, and you really are a beautiful soul, okay? And that most people will see past your defects, and they will really see who you are. And if you're not with people who see that, then put yourself into better people, or surround yourself with better people. Okay, so anyway, I just felt like someone needed to hear that. Okay, so yes or no for pile number 4. Right, so what is the question, or the answer, should I say, for pile number 4? Is it, I use Cartomancy pile number 4. Red is yes, black is no. The question they are asking right now, is it a yes or is it a no? Okay. Okay, so pile number 4. Okay, you also got, a lot of people got extra cards. Okay, so I can't see any extra cards because I always want 5. So any extra cards other than the 5 is just giving me a bit of a story. So pile number 4, okay. Your question, so what spirit guides are saying to you right now is your situation, or whatever you're going through right now, you could be going through a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. Maybe you're dealing with a lot of losses all your life, or you're dealing with financial problems, or you're dealing with stress, anxiety, or worry. Some of you may perhaps have dealt with a death or something like to do with that. And these endings is bringing some kind of major change to your life. It could be forcing you to move, perhaps buying a new home, or pushing you to a new area, or a divorce, or something like that, okay? There's some kind of fear, some kind of sadness. This is funny, and I'm pretty sure that, so this happened to one of the other piles last week, where there was 2 jokers. You've got a red joker and a black joker here. What I'm getting here is that your question is, the answer to your question is a yes, but it's not a solid yes. It's a yes, most likely yes, but it's kind of, do I take the leap of faith, or don't I take the leap of faith? So what I kind of feel like, you want to move into a new direction, or you want something to happen, but the fear and the stress of what you've gone through could sabotage it. Um, or it may be, I mean, this really is a yes, but also a maybe. And I kind of feel like it, it may be a yes to one thing and no to another, or okay, I need to get extra cards on this to really get me some, this is similar to pile number 3, where I couldn't really get much of an answer. I mean, ideally your one is definitely more of a yes because of all the red. So it does give me a yes vibe, but there kind of feels like there's definitely good news coming, but there's a balancing. Maybe sometimes you want to take a leap of faith, or sometimes you have faith and other times you don't. So it kind of feels like maybe what spirit guides are saying is your unbalanced emotions. So maybe perhaps you have a lot of faith 1 minute, and then the next minute you don't have a lot of faith, or 1 minute you want to take a new beginning and the next minute you don't want to take a new beginning, and it's because of your fears. And this may be again to do with the card in the stone or the shell in the beginning that talks about you seeing yourself and more of the beauty that you have on the inside, instead of seeing the cracks and the brokenness that you have on the outside, because some kind of loss, some kind of pain is still affecting you, and it makes you feel like you're not worthy or of something. Okay, and spirit guides are saying, just have more faith in yourself. Become independent from other people, in the sense of, being more financially independent, being independent of other people's thoughts and actions. What other people say or what other people do you emotionally start to take that in a negative, angry way? And if so, then spirit guides are saying, you have to learn to go with the flow more instead of fighting things. When things are meant to be, they will be. And when things are not meant to be, you have to just release it and understand that spirit guides do know what's best for you. I really feel like there's a decision that needs to be made, and someone's sitting staring at a situation but not making a choice. That's really what I'm getting here. And it's because of fear. Because something in your life has ended, it's making you fearful or not having enough faith in a new beginning. Okay. Yeah, this is it. So you want stability, you want finances, you want money, you want, this could be your perfect home, your perfect job, being independent, being a boss, just having the perfect relationships in the home. And spirit guides are saying, but you're holding on to things that are preventing that. You need to go after your passions. There is a new passionate beginning for you, but you need to see past your fear and go for it, is what I'm getting, and see the fact that you do deserve this. Yeah, so the Queen of Cups is someone who's very passionate and loving, and she just wants to send love to the world. This is also about self-love, working on your self-love, and leaving situation and circumstances that really are not for you. And that's why I kind of feel like, you got Knight of Pentacles twice here. You are not moving forward. Your intuition is telling you what needs to happen, but you are going against your intuition. So you are fighting the flow, which is why I can't get a definite answer here. What I am getting is stress and anxiety and fear and any kind of negative energies or negative thoughts or fighting or shouting or anything like that is going to ruin anything that you are trying to do. If you are in relationships and friendships where people are holding you back because emotional manipulation or through anger or through fighting, learning how to become compassionate, forgiveness, and but at the same time, either letting go of the fights or arguments or letting the people go. It might mean you have to get a divorce for some, or move out of someone's home, or move to a new country or a new home. But making the decision that's best for you, is what I'm getting, is what is going to give you your answer. So pile number 4, this is one of those, if you rid what is not working in your life and have more faith, this is quite similar to pile number 2. Have faith in yourself, have more love and compassion for yourself, and just know that what's meant to be will always be. And something is removed, if you lose a job or you don't get a job or you lose a relationship or you have fights with the friends and things have not worked out for you, always know that God is redirecting you, and sometimes he makes your life very uncomfortable because he's trying to nudge you into the right direction. So instead of giving you a yes or a no, this is one of those, what will meant to be will always be, but you need to take a leap of faith into situations that are maybe uncomfortable for you, okay? In order to find the stability, you can't just sit on your horse and expect it to come to you, is what I'm getting. You kind of have to take action. Staring at things and mulling over things and making budgets and plans for the future is great, but you have to take action, and you're not taking action. So you're neither not taking action, you either, or that's why I said with these two, it's like this, I'm kind of either working too hard or I'm distracting myself. I'm not facing what I'm meant to be facing. So that's the inner love, the inner foundation, and seeing that beauty within and putting it out there, and not having this fear that because one person hurt you, that someone else is going to hurt you, you know, or one job ended, that another job's not going to end. You've got to be persistent and go after what you're wanting, okay? So that's kind of why I'm not getting an answer of a yes or a no. It's kind of like, if you want it, go after it. Use your intuition, use your heart, and go after what you want. Take that leap, and then things will work out. This is one of those, if you want it, you have to take the leap of faith, and you have to leave behind things that are dead, that are not happening. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile number 4. Hopefully it answers the question, and comment, like, and subscribe, and goodbye.